Kia ora, good morning. Welcome to Connecting the Dots podcast. This isn't so much a podcast as documenting evidence. So I had a dream this morning where I had a visit from my cousin back home in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We lost her a couple of months ago. She was like a sister to my family. Her and her two sisters were very special to my family, so losing my cousin was a real tragedy. And I woke up this morning having had a dream about her, and I contacted her sister, my cousin, to let her know about this dream. Didn't think anything of it, got up to make my breakfast, listening to my headphones, listening to my Spotify, because um, I'm I'm trawling through so much unsolved mysteries and missing persons and paranormal activity and all that sort of stuff. I need to take a break because it gets overwhelming. Like there's a lot to process for someone like me who is a visual thinker and who has a connection to time um, that nobody else has. Because I'm a gatekeeper. That's not like a showing off thing. I'm a gatekeeper, so I have to have access to the atomic frequency whenever I'm called to it, whenever I have to go there, whenever I need to connect and that. So anyway, I was telling my cousin about the dream, and then I went off to make my breakfast, and I was eating my breakfast, listening to my Spotify, and I noticed while I was thinking about my dream and thinking about my cousin, the music I was listening to started slowing down. This has happened to me before, and I have had witnesses to this in the past when it started happening in like 2016, 2017, when I was first starting to really step into the whole quantum magnetics thing, manipulating time to manifest reality, and all that sort of thing. And I'm pretty sure I've got it documented somewhere in some of my files and ST cards and that SD card, back at the old house, and I know I've got it documented somewhere, but I know I've also had witnesses to it, and I remember at the time it was Tina Turner I was listening to, but this time around it was The Cause, Breathless, and just kind of going about my business, thinking away while I'm typing stuff up. And I noticed that the song was slowing down, and it was like the music, the singing, the vocals were becoming out of sync with the actual instrument playing. The instrument playing was slowing down, and it was like the song was being stretched out and slowed down. The singing was at normal tempo, but the instruments were being played at like a slower tempo. And at first I thought it's just because I maybe wasn't concentrating because I was, writing stuff down, busy doing other things. And then the next song came on and it started doing it again, Misty Blue. And so I paused the song, took the headphones off, and then started listening to it again like it wasn't anything to do with any equipment, because obviously I'm a scientist, so the first thing I'm going to do is think, is there something wrong with my headphones? Is it because I was not concentrating, blah, blah, blah? And it did it again. Like it was slow, like it just was playing just like a couple of tempos really slow. So then I thought, okay, I've talked about this before. I know I've documented a video before, time slows down to speed up. When you look at what I was talking about to my cousin, when I had the dream with my cousin and what she was doing in the dream, I'll put the message that I sent my cousin in the community box so you can see the entire conversation that I was writing. It was to do with my cousin who's now, crossed over, she had come to visit me, and she was helping. She was standing in a field of wildflowers, and she was standing with my mum and my auntie, her mum and my mum, who were sisters, helping me pack up to move to Canada. She was putting these big stickers, maple leaf Canada flags on all the packing boxes, and she was getting all these like teenagers and young people and children. She was organizing them all, and she was like having a laugh and having a joke, and like she was in such a really silly, happy, funny, upbeat mood. She was so high vibrational. I just was standing there watching her, just like soaking it all in. Oh, I was like just soaking up her energy because she was so high vibe. Like she was so high vibe, she was like almost intoxicating. So then, of course, I send this message to my cousin, and I start listening to the music, and the music started slowing down. I've got goosebumps as I'm talking. I, I, I was trying to think of how I could record it. I remember the first time it happened, back in 2016-17, I was able to record it to prove it. And when I played it back to people, people were like, that is definitely slow. And the thing is, like, it's Spotify, it's digital music, so how is it happening? I have full bars on my Wi-Fi. My headphones were recently charged, like late last night, so they're fully charged. Um, I can't explain what happened, but while I'm sitting there, kind of taking it all in, I had my phone just sitting beside me, and this is something that I noticed has started happening over the last couple of days, over the last 2 days. When I have my phone, it's not plugged into anything. I have always said that I can't hold my phone for too long because I get electric shocks off it. If I hold anything with batteries, even like TV remotes and game controllers and that, after a while, I get like little electric shocks. I can feel the currents, and that goes up my arms and legs, and I get really itchy. Like it burns me. Sometimes it's to the point where if I hold my phone for too long, I get like heartburn because I feel it like burning in my stomach and my sternum. That's been happening for ages. Like that's been happening for years. I have got photos on my Instagram and that where when I was feeling that frequency, I'd be taking screenshots, and it would be all like you could see how do I explain it? Like electromagnetic charge going through the screenshot. And so you'll see one half of the photo, and then you'll see the other half of the photo is just like streams of different colours. I'll put photos in the community thing so you can see. But it's like, surges of electricity go through my phone when I'm taking screenshots, and it turns half the photo into like coloured static lines. But what I've noticed over the last couple of days, and I'm only mentioning it because it happened just now, I'm sitting on my bed with my phone sitting on a pillow face down, so the camera's face down, so that it's just black. It's resting on a pillow. And while I'm sitting here talking, I can feel little bolts of electricity coming off my phone and hitting my skin. And I'm sitting here scratching. If you could see me, I'm sitting here scratching. It's like, when you're doing a reading for someone, if you do tarot readings or card readings or, anything like that, and you feel like the cobwebs on your face or your nose gets itchy and it feels like fine hairs are on your face. That's a pineal gland activation. When your pineal gland is activated, it triggers it's like a surge of electricity goes through your electromagnetism, sorry, goes through your body, through your central nervous system, because your biometric frequency is connecting to the atomic frequency, which is like the highest frequency. So you'll feel little electric charges in the ionosphere and the atmosphere around you, like biomagnetically, and you'll feel the charges of electricity come down through your head, and so you'll get like your skin will get itchy, you'll feel like cobwebs and like little fine hairs on your face. and you know, your nose will get itchy, or your arms will get itchy, or your hands, your feet, that sort of thing. That's because the pineal gland activation. So, but this is, I'm just sitting here talking on my phone, talking to my phone with my phone is probably a good arm's length away, you know, from the elbow to the fingertip away in length. It's sitting below me. I'm sort of sitting over my phone with it down on the ground, and as I'm talking, I can feel electricity, charges of electricity coming off my phone that isn't plugged into anything, hitting my phone, hitting my face. And I noticed that, like, the last couple of nights when I've been talking to my boy, while he's been playing video games. God, I'm so itchy. You know, laying down with my phone a couple of inches away from my face, and I can feel the surges of electricity, my eyes twitching. I just got hit with a bolt of electricity off my phone, and it's made my eye twitch. And I don't have a second recording device to record any of it either. Otherwise, I would have recorded the song for you. I don't know if I hit record on my phone when I use the actual phone screen recording thingy, if it records sound, and that I think, oh, that's what I should have done. I'm just realising now that's what I should have done. I wasn't thinking, because I was so in the moment of like, is this song slowed down? But it's digital music. Like, how is that possible? God, my skin is so itchy. So it's obviously got something to do with the dream that I had about my cousin, because she's in the atomic frequency. She was so high vibing. It was like she was just recharging my batteries. And I guess I now have an excess amount of energy, and it's coming through the phone as electrical charges. I literally feel like I'm being shot just below my left eye with electricity. My left arm is so itchy. It feels like it's like being jabbed with electrical needles. So I have to record it. Look, I just felt it on my lip, like a surge of electricity on my lip. I wish I could record this with a second recording device. But if the song slowed down again, I know what to do now. I will record it using my phone. And I'm just kind of worried I'll get into trouble with like a copyright thing. But I'll try and do my best. But I'll put a link in the description box below where I had done a video a couple of years ago about time slowing down to speed up. And that's kind of what it feels like is happening. Just got shot again in the left arm. Time slowing down to speed up, I guess. So something's about to happen. That's the only, something big's about to happen. Something life-changing is about to happen. Because in my dream, my cousin was helping me pack. And she was organising all the children and young people around the ages of the children that I want to work with, and, in my work in Canada and, the Dragonarium and all that. She was slapping big stickers on the packing boxes. I don't know why we were packing outside in a field, but I'm not arguing. In my culture, to dream of being in fields, like, especially like the one she was in, to dream of being outside around trees and fields, all that sort of thing. My mother taught me is you're dreaming of God. You're in the embrace of God's arms. I would interpret that to be either God, if you believe in God, or the atomic frequency, because atoms to me are God. So she was with God, and they were letting me know to get ready because something life-changing is coming. And then I'm telling you, it's like I'm being electrocuted. It's just like I can actually even feel how thin it is. I've recorded on many, many years ago in my old blog, and I've put the screenshots and that up on my Barefoot Kiwi Instagram of me talking before about seeing golden, like gold, like being hit by rods of golden light. Like I could actually feel it hitting my skin, like whips of light. My nose is, this is just mental. I'm not touching my phone. I'm not anywhere near my phone. I'm quite a few inches away from my phone, and I can feel electricity, like little bolts of electricity coming off my phone and hitting my face. It's not a pineal gland activation, because it's like, with that you just get like, itchy and feel cobwebs, but I can literally feel the electricity coming from the phone. Like I'm putting my hand over my phone now, a few inches away from my phone, and I can feel the electricity hitting the underside of my hand and going through my finger. My phone is fine. There's nothing wrong with my phone. But it's like, you know how you hear people getting hit by lightning and you'll see the lightning bolt come down from the sky and hit the ground? I can feel the electricity coming from my phone, like my phone is the sky, and it's hitting my face like my face is the ground. I can literally feel it. I can feel it coming from the phone and hitting my face. So I'm biorhythmically charged because I've just been sitting in the atomic frequency with my cousin. So obviously something really big's about to happen, and time slowed down. Because maybe I hadn't fully woken up yet, from when I started listening to the song that slowed down. And maybe I was still in the frequency thinking that I was wide awake in the reality of time when I was still in the existence of it. And now I need to ground myself. I should be able to do it with my food actually, but yeah, I'm going to have to do something to ground myself, because I'm literally electrocuting myself because I'm so biorhythmically charged. Be great for healing someone if anyone was in pain. If I put my hands on them, I'd certainly get rid of their pain. Anyway, I had to document it. But if it happens again with the song, any song that I'm listening to, I will hit record on my phone and upload it, so I can get your opinion on whether you think the song is actually slowed down or not. I paused it, I stopped it, I turned everything off, I turned everything back on, and it still did it. It only came back to normal once I made the decision to make this video. Like when I came back down, maybe like fully waking up properly. That's the only thing I can think. Because when I was talking to my cousin about the dream, telling her about her sister in my dream, I kind of was still half asleep. And I was just sort of sitting here dopily eating my breakfast, just sort of thinking about the dream and thinking about everything. And I thought, and then I obviously, as I was starting to come back down, I guess, I was paying more attention to the song, because I realised that it was playing out of sync. It was like, yeah, it's like the musicians were playing off tempo. To like, they were singing normally, but the music, the instruments were off tempo, and it was annoying me. And that's what got my attention, to the fact that it was out of whack, because it was annoying me, because it kind of like didn't sit right in my brain, like it was off. And that's when I kind of realised, oh, something's going on here, I need to document this, like pay attention, be alert, try and document everything that's going on. And then that's when I remembered that I had, done a Time Slows Down to Speed Up video a couple of years ago during the COVIDs, during lockdown. And I'll put the link in the description box below, and I will put the dream that I had with my cousin, and the photos of the glitches taking the screenshots in the community box, so you can have a look. So I just sort of mention it. I'm still itchy. I'm going to have to just like keep a distance, keep away from my phone, like keep a distance from my phone. But this is a new experience mixed with an old experience, and that means that something new's about to happen, like I'm either about to power up with my gift or something life-altering, something life-changing is coming. As per my cousin's dream, let me know that change is afoot. And obviously she was there helping my ancestors celebrate, because my mum and my auntie were there, and I know others were there, but I just remember focusing on my mum and my auntie E and my cousin Bernie. So something's coming, and either with me, like I'm either about to have a power up, literally, or something life changing is coming. So I'm just documenting it for scientific research purposes. Thanks, ka kite anō. So I'm just gonna edit this bit on to the video I just made. It's just made me realise something. In the video I uploaded yesterday, Does Hell Exist? And I was talking about when I got pulled down by gravity. And I could feel the pull of gravity pulling me down, and I found myself in that black hole. And I was surrounded by like a blue screen of hell, and I was meeting with the Council of Elders, blah blah blah. That was in front of the same students that I had the experience where the music was slowed down, and I played it back to them. They witnessed it, and they were all like, "That is definitely slowing down." I had played it to one of my students who was a scientist, actually, who is now in the cult, but that's not what I'm talking about. But it's almost like time slowing down to speed up. It's almost like finding that video yesterday and uploading it and having the realization that I had recorded basically my own death and resurrection as an ascending soul. It's almost like time slowed down to speed up. Like finding that video yesterday took me back in time to slingshot me forward. Like I've kind of bypassed the last few years to step into the future with my cousin. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was taken back into the underworld, so time slowed down. And then with my cousin coming to me in the dream in the atomic frequency, and it's almost like, how can I've been slingshot out of reality and into existence. I've been slingshot from the past into the future. And I've documented the whole experience. And it's taken a few years, but it's kind of like the past has landed me at the feet of my future. It's like it's almost like the last few years have been wiped. Like I've gone from when I went into the underworld in front of my students to right now, and the rest of it has been erased because I've like shot past it. Or it's like I've jumped time to land in the feet of existence. It's the only way I can describe it. How is that possible? If you look in the community section or my tweets or my LinkedIn, it's like I've bypassed time, like I've time jumped, time travelled in the past to land in my future. But I've recorded the whole process, and the biorhythmic frequency, it's like through the charge of my biomagnetic parameter, the ions in the atmosphere charging up, triggering a biometric surge through soaking up the vibration that I was getting off my cousin. It's almost like I've skipped the last few years of time, only kept the bits that mattered, and the rest has been removed, and I've skipped and jumped a whole entire 7 years of life. And because if you watch the dream, if you watch the video that I put up, why we see light when we die, does hell exist, blah blah blah, it's almost like that was my life, and now this is my life, and all the rest in between wasn't real and has been removed. It's like how can I explain it? It's like I've jumped from the past into the future. I've jumped back to the future. Oh my God, that's real. And I've documented the whole process, and everything else has just got been removed from memory, from time, from reality, from existence. It's just been removed, and now here I am, about to embark on obviously something new, because my cousin was letting me know that something really big is coming, and I'm being prepared for it. I'm being charged to embark on this new part of my future. My skin is still itchy, so I'm going to have to go and ground myself. I will speak to you later. I've found the screenshots of the interference, and I'll put the links to the original Instagram in the box, as well as a link to the video Time Slows Down to Speed Up. So I'm going to go now so I can zip these two together and upload them, but this is interesting. I'm going to have to document it now. I'll keep an eye on me, and I'll take notes, and I'll record everything, and if the songs slow down again, I will remember to hit record on my screenshot recording thingy and upload it and let you have a listen for yourself to see if it happens again. So I'll speak to you later. I've got to go because I'm so itchy now. It's like I'm being bitten by ants. The more I'm talking, the more electrical charges. It's like it's not even coming off my phone now. I can feel it around the room. My biomagnetic frequency is hypercharged, so the ion particles in the atmosphere are now electromagnetically charged, and it's creating static electricity, and it's hitting my skin all over my body now, so I need to go and sort it out. I will speak to you soon. Have a beautiful day. Ka kite anō. Mwah.